What's up Multiverse, Dr. Dave here, welcome to the Geek Lounge. Today we're going Funko Pop hunting. And the first port of call is Tesco, where I have to say their Funko Pop section is a lot better than the last few times I've been here, though they are still failing to shift these 10 inches. Always cool to see the Hulkbuster, Disney 100 Aurora there as well, the glow-in-the-dark Iron Spider, always a cool pop, and hey, a Mewtwo there in the back. Love Jujutsu Kaisen, so always love to see some commons here in the wild. Couple of Mickey and Friends, as well as the Cinderella from Disney 100. Couple of the tees, Infinity Saga, Blacklight, Thanos, Luke with Charles, the Mandalorian t-shirt, really do like that one, still haven't got it in my collection though, I have far too many tees. Electra comic cover, some of the Mandalorian mystery minis, a bunch of Pocket Pops, TMNT, Star Wars, Disney, Across the Spider-Verse, Indiana Jones, Blue Beetle, some sodas as well, most of them opened, I think all of them Guardians of the Galaxy 2, some FNAF stuff by the side. I've still never played that game, believe it or not. I did then dig through, I found some Roronoa Zoro in the back, as well as these two from Gotham Knights, Batgirl and Robin. I've actually never seen these in person, still haven't played this game. I think it is coming to Game Pass on Xbox later this month, but that was it for Tesco's section. Next we have the Entertainer, who always have a pretty big Funko Pop section, but it's whether they have anything cool. I mean, these comic book covers are cool, but look at the damage on that Aquaman one, seriously. They had some pop tees here. Madam Web was a cool one, as well as Drax with the Guardians ship. The flocked Grogu there, pretty cool. This Endgame moment, the Thor's house, very, very cool. I really do want to get it in my collection, but I'm waiting for it to go down in price. WrestleMania moment there, Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker, as well as Jabba the Hutt and Salacio's B. Crumb. Still need to add those into my collection. Almost all of the Bounty Hunter set there, I think there was 2 missing. Some of the newer Star Wars figures, Return of the Jedi, The Mandalorian, Obi-Wan Kenobi, as well as the Book of Boba Fett. Some of the newer stuff they had, well, Blue Beetle, I don't think it's too new. Do like that Justice League Superman, that is a pretty cool one. Bunch of the Mickey and Friends. Some of the other newer stuff they had, Peter Pan with Flute, Wendy, Tinkerbell, and Captain Hook from Peter Pan. Bunch of Funkoverse stuff here, and check this out, guys. We actually found a chase there of Thanos. This was their other section, but to be honest, it's the same stuff we see over and over again. I mean, they have some Indiana Jones, it's been out for a little while now. TMNT Mutant Mayhem, I really did enjoy that movie though, I might pick those up. And then the usual stuff we all see, Turbo Man, 10 inches once again, Pop Tees. I mean, yeah, that's their section, but like I said, pretty much always the same. And then a quick stop in game, because their Funko Pop section is pretty small, as you guys can see here. Just to point out a few little bits, we have Jack Russell, Werewolf by Night, I think that's fairly new. They had RC, as well as Scourge from the new Transformers movie. TMNT Biddy Pops, that Daft Tyrannus is pretty cool. They had a bunch more Biddy Pops actually, I didn't notice until afterwards, but yeah, that's it for their section. Into HMV next, guys, where they currently have a big sale on, up to 50% off selected lines. You can get some pretty cool pops for some pretty cheap prices, to be perfectly honest. There are a bunch of Star Wars in, none of these are unfortunately discounted at the moment. Blacklight 10-inch Groot, as well as Miles Morales, never seen those in person before. Blink 182, some of the 3-packs, as well as their album cover. We also had some comic covers of Groot and Wolverine, and then some Guardians of the Galaxy, Flash, amongst some other things. All these Turtles pops still in here, no chases, but these were quite popular at the time they came out, but they just seem to be everywhere now. Bunch of Jujutsu Kaisen, always cool to see, as well as that Hanami Pop, which is very, very cool. First time I'm seeing the gelatinous cube in person, really cool. A shame it wasn't on discount though, but the movie pops were. I recently just saw this movie and enjoyed it thoroughly. Was thinking about picking those up. A Biddy Pop, as well as that Blockbuster Rewind set. Not sure what I think of these still. Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, Turtles, Batman and the Crow, Pinocchio and Toy Story, Fantasia and Peter Pan, as well as Lilo and Stitch, and Beauty and the Beast. Tobirama Senju Hokage series, such a cool pop, as well as a Inner Gates Might Guy. Nozel Silver, pretty cool to see that out in the wild, did pick it up though, as well as Gon. You don't see too many Gons either. They did also have this Jiraiya Sage mode, which is a really cool pop. Hitoshi Shinso, though, unfortunately no chases there. I do still need to pick up that chase. And our final port of call, guys, is Smyth's Toys, who I always feel have the biggest and best section, at least in terms of where I live. Check this out though, I did see in their overflow section when they were stocking the shelves, they have a Chase Trafalgar Law, guys. Very, very cool. Not sure if it ended up being on the shelf. Speaking of on the shelf, they did have the OG reprint of Roronoa Zoro, as well as Tony Chopper. There is the non-Chase Trafalgar Law sitting right next to him. We have the Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Man India Blacklight 2-pack. Very cool. Never seen that in person before. Group pops. Always pretty cool to see. Bunch of 10 inches, guys. Blacklights as well as regulars. Do you guys collect 10 inches? I mean, I've got a few, but I just find they're so big.
That's what she said. Or he said.
We have Stitch in Bathtub. I don't collect Lilo and Stitch, but that is a pretty cool pop to see. Never seen that one in person before. Check it out. Pop in a box sticker Lady Loki. Crazy to see that out in the world. Scarlet Witch, nothing crazy about this pop, but she is attending a UK con at the end of this year if anyone is interested. We have the glow-in-the-dark Yuji Itadori Divergent Fist, a very cool one. Thinking about getting that one signed as well. Shoto Todoroki, still waiting for my glow-in-the-dark exclusive. Is that ever going to come out? Who knows? Neji, as well as I guess his nephew Boruto with Chakra Blade, right? Those are the two exclusives. Did we have any chases? As you guys can see, we sadly didn't. I did look behind. Same with Red Hawk Luffy, no chases in behind. And likewise with Susumaru, although more on that in just a second. I do have to say though, I did find a chase of Toga last time I was in this store. Alrighty guys, we are back in the Geek Lounge. It was a pretty decent Funko Pop hunt, although we didn't find anything too special, apart from that Trafalgar Law chase. And now I didn't pick it up because I already have it in my collection with a AAA anime exclusive sticker. Like I said, I don't know if they did put it out on the shelves, but if you guys did want to go in and check, it was the Watford store. So if you don't find it on the shelves, maybe ask them and see if it's still in that overflow section. And as it relates to Susumaru, the Tamari demon, I did ask the lady stacking the shelves if they got any chases in. She said they did just get one in, but the trouble is, and I can't remember if she said it was the warehouse manager or someone who works in the warehouse, but apparently they're a big Demon Slayer fans, so she says if they don't get at least 2 chases in, they actually never wind up on the shelves. And that actually doesn't bother me. I've seen people in the past complain saying it's unprofessional, it's immoral for a store to hold back stuff for staff, but I just put it down to one of the perks in working in a toy store. Oh, and she did say that Wednesdays and Fridays were the best days to search for chases in the Watford store. And so did I even actually pick anything up, you ask? Well, I did. I picked up one thing from that HMV sale. I was tempted by the D&D movie figures, but they were still missing one of the commons, and most of them were like pretty bad, like the box conditions weren't too great, and I don't feel like they'll go back up in price. I think they're going to be like stocking fillers, if that makes sense. They're going to be cheap throughout the rest of time that they are on shelves. But one of the things I did pick up in the sale was the Infinity Ultron, guys, for my What If collection. It's one of the only ones that I was missing. This was exclusive to HMV here in the UK. I just never picked it up because I always thought that HMV were like really expensive, especially when it came to their exclusives. But to be perfectly honest, Funko Europe's prices keep going up and they're almost now in alignment. And well, there we go, guys. That's it for today's Funko Pop hunt. I still maintain it's not the best Funko Pop hunting in the UK. We don't really have those same sorts of stores like the US or Canada. Comic-Cons are always fine. People do bring the grails, but we're much more of an online shopping society, for lack of a better word. Like, we're such a small island, distribution hubs, it's just so easy to order everything online. And one of those really cool stores we do actually have here in the UK is, of course, DJ Collectibles. They stock a lot of rare, vaulted, grails, and US stickers if you guys are into all of that stuff. If you were thinking about purchasing something from them, please do use our affiliate link in the description below. Not only will it go towards supporting the channel, you actually get 10% off your order. But otherwise, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. So first and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Drop some comments below. What Funko Pops have you guys found out in the wild recently? And as always, we've got plenty more content on the way for you guys. Starting tomorrow is a new series of videos where we discuss all things UK Comic-Cons, guest news, pricing, information, all that stuff. If you guys are attending UK Comic-Cons regularly, make sure you watch those videos. I think they're going to be very, very informative. And of course, we have the usual Funko, Lego, statues, figures, TCGs, all that fine jazz we love to play here on the Geek Lounge coming your way. Make sure you stay tuned for all of it and more. What is the easiest way to stay tuned, you ask? It's very simple. Subscribe, hit click, smash that subscribe button, and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds!